Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, keeping your local news close to home in Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, Sylvan Lake, and of course West Bloomfield Township. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on Comcast Channel 15 and on AT&T Channel 99. Find us also on our website every single day in high definition on civiccentertv.com, on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15. Give us a like and follow us for updates in your feed each and every day. And on YouTube at Civic Center TV as well. Follow us, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon. You'll get notifications both in YouTube and even in your email whenever we go live or we post a new video, and keep all of your local programming close to home each and every day on our YouTube channel. In addition, you can always listen to Civic Center TV programming live simulcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 89.3 Lakes FM. Dayan, we had quite a busy Monday in terms of the weather. The snow came in and it came back with a vengeance on Monday. Looking like the rest of this week's going to be a little bit more along the lines of that of Monday in terms of temperatures, but maybe not as much on the precipitation side.
Tyler, it still will be cold for the next few days, for the next coming week, but we will see a lot more sunshine for tomorrow. We're expecting highs of 34 degrees for tomorrow and 25 lows. More sunshine and just a little cloud. And as we go into Wednesday, similar conditions for Wednesday, 39 highs and lows of 26 degrees. And as we go into Thursday, similar also conditions with highs of 39 and lows of 28 degrees, but it will be very cloudy next Thursday. No snow in the next few days, hopefully. So it'll still be cold. A great coming days, Tyler, to drink your hot cup of cocoa and watch the Splash Live from home.
Yeah, and if you're driving about the community today, the road's still very slick this morning and all throughout the day. You can expect that as road crews from the Road Commission for Oakland County and locally in our cities will do their part to make sure they clear these roads and get them de-iced and salted and all that to make sure that you have a safe trip home later on in the day. Nonetheless, stay vigilant out there. Give yourself a lot of extra time to get from point A to point Z today on your schedule throughout our communities. All across our local area, plenty making headlines on this Tuesday morning. The West Bloomfield School District voted on their redistricting plan on Monday night at their school board meeting. We'll hear from both Dr. Danya Bassi, their superintendent, as well as some residents from local communities on their thoughts about the redistricting plan and give you some information on that coming up in just a moment. A Gretschko teacher was recognized with the West Bloomfield School District's Star Certificate for the month of December. We'll introduce you to the lady on the far left in this picture, Randy Fogel, in a little bit, and also show you some clips from what the school board had to say about one of their beloved local teachers. The West Bloomfield Police Department showed their support for their non-sworn staff earlier on this week. Those are their non-officer staff, and we'll give you information on how they showed that appreciation and introduce you a little bit to some of the work that they do outside of our officers at the West Bloomfield Police Department. A local nonprofit has thanked Keego Harbor's Parks and Rec Department and the community for their donation drive over the last couple weeks as part of their Winter Wonderland Park initiative. We'll introduce you to that organization later on in the program. Plus, we'll also talk to Jennifer Graham, an adult co-chair for the United We Walk committee, as they prepare for just a couple weeks from now. They will have their 30th annual event commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. You can spread some holiday cheer this week in the city of Sylvan Lake with Christmas caroling on Thursday. We'll give you information on how to join in on that fun program. We'll also give you an update on the new library website expected to be launched throughout this entire week, as well as how you can get tickets for one of the most fun events of the winter season that goes to help support a great cause, our students in the West Bloomfield School District. We'll give you information on the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation's Casino Night coming up later on in the program. Plus, as we get into the new year, Oakland County is calling for dog license renewals. We'll give you information on how you can get that process going, when those are due, and even more later on in the program. Stick with us on the Splash Live. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we'll continue to bring your local news closer to home. Stay with us, the Splash Live. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, keeping your local news close to home in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do all throughout your work week each and every day on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Want to also remind you can always keep up to date with us by following us and liking us on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15. As well as on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Civic Center TV to keep these local news stories close to home each and every day with you in your pocket on all your mobile devices and other electronics. In the West Bloomfield School District last night, a big decision being made by the Board of Education at their monthly meeting on redistricting the schools going forward as they prepare to close Roosevelt Elementary School in Keego Harbor and redistribute students all throughout the school district to go back to a K through 5, 6 through 8, and then 9 through 12 method in elementary, middle, and high school. This is a graphic from their presentation at last night's meeting, which is on demand on civiccentertv.com as we speak. It will replay on WBTV throughout the next several weeks leading up to their January 2024 meeting. It divides the school district into several different areas based on geographical location as well as enrollment balance, diversity of neighborhoods, and trying to keep those different areas for elementary schools in particular balanced based on geographical locations, borders, and main roads especially. Dr. Danya Bazzi made a statement briefly on this after a lot of discussion over the past several weeks between the West Bloomfield School District, some community input forums, and a lot of comments from people across West Bloomfield and the Tri-Cities on this redistricting plan. Let's take a look at what Dr. Bazzi had to say as she was presenting in part about this redistricting plan.
A lot of different scenarios we're taking a look at in terms of providing it. We know that the redistricting is difficult for a school district to go through, but it is a necessary one, and as we continue to implement the strategic visioning committee's recommendations. So the scenario that we have listed, if you go to the next slide, is shown before. That one is consistent with the ones that were presented at both study sessions as well as the redistricting hearing that we held for the community.
And as we mentioned, as Dr. Bazzi mentioned, my apologies, in that statement, Calvin, we can put that picture back up that we had when we began this story. That is what she was referencing in that video when she said, if we can go to the next slide, it was this particular slide in the school district's presentation last night that showed the divide of these four different areas of the community, which is representing 4 different schools in the West Bloomfield School District. The yellow area of this map on CivicCenterTV.com in our video today, those kids will go to Gretschko Elementary School. The green area will go to Scotch Elementary School. Purple will be right on campus with us next door at Keego Elementary School, and then the red or pink area on your map, that will be going to Doherty Elementary School. Again, a geographical location, diversity of these schools, borders and main roads, capacity and travel time, enrollment, all playing a role in this from the Strategic Visioning Committee, the school district, community input, and more. That being said, there was some opposition to this, or some reservations that community members had, particularly in the Tri-Cities and in Keego Harbor, about keeping their close-knit community together. One Keego Harbor resident did make comment on that during the public comment section of last night's meeting. Let's see just a short amount of what she had to say during her 3 minutes last evening.
Keego is divided by two major roads, Cass Lake Road and Orchard Lake Road, and we work hard to keep the community together. Parents bring their little kids to the north end to go to Franleaf Park because that's where the little kid equipment is. The big kids ride their bikes to the south end of town to Baxter Morgan Park because that's where the soccer field is. The beaches are all on the north end. We expect that when these kids go from one side of town to the other, that they're going to recognize the kids in the playground as kids they go to school with.
Leslie Clark, a resident of Keego Harbor, had mentioned she does not have kids in the school district, however, is very involved in the community and in particular with Keego Harbor Parks and Rec, and understands that these schools are really a big beacon of keeping that Keego Harbor community, particularly the younger members in those families, close-knit, and wanted to emphasize the school district as they're considering this plan to keep that in mind, and she had prompted them to reconsider their decisions to be more friendly to Keego Harbor. Ultimately, the board had decided, based on the recommendations of the Strategic Visioning Committee and community input, that they would affirm these plans to move forward with redistricting for the elementary school. So again, Calvin, let's put that map up one more time for people so they can view it on CivicCenterTV.com, on our Facebook page and our YouTube page in the archive, in case they are listening on Lakes FM. On this map, there are 4 different areas marked in yellow, green, purple, and reddish pink hue. Yellow on this map will be going to Gretschko Elementary School. Green on this map will be going to Scotch. The purple area will be going to Keego Elementary School in the future, and pink will be going to Doherty, and this will begin most likely in the next school year, depending on ultimately the decision to either close Roosevelt at the end of this school year and move forward with demolition of the building, or to officially close Roosevelt Elementary School after next school year. We'll keep you updated on that. And of course, you can always find more information on redistricting by visiting the school district's website on wbsd.org. Diana, tough decision for any school district to make. As this is a very widespread school district with West Bloomfield and the Tri-Cities all encompassed in the school district, and had to make a decision that would ultimately keep the school district together in as coherent of a manner as possible. Of course, that affects each and every community involved in this decision.
Of course, Tyler, it is definitely a very hard decision for the board to make, but at the end of the day, they are looking at the numbers and they will resolve the issue as much as they can, and I'm sure it will be the best decision taken, especially we do have full trust in our school board.
Earlier on in that school board meeting, a really nice moment last night as the school district recognized a longtime employee of their district, a longtime educator with an emphasis on reading comprehension and reading skills in their school district. Randy Fogel, for a long time, has been a teacher at Gretschko Elementary School and more recently also at Doherty Elementary School, with a focus on reading education and also on helping kids recover their reading and get back up to grade level or beyond that. She has worked in the school district since 1995. That is quite a long time, and of course that's my birth year. She's been working in the school district as long as I have been alive, teaching of having taught first grade in the school district for 21 years and spent 8 years as a reading and recovery coach at Gretschko and at Doherty. While she's not teaching, Randy enjoys time with her husband and her 3 kids, as well as her French bulldog, Frankie, and of course, always enjoys reading. It was a really nice a statement last night that was made by the school district, read by board trustee Ashley Davis, as they recognized Randy Fogel with their STAR certificate. Let's take a look at some of what trustee Davis had to say.
Randy works tirelessly to coach teachers and partner with learning services and administrators to move forward literacy in the West Bloomfield schools. Additionally, Randy has continued her work as a highly effective instructional coach who consistently meets the teacher's needs with resources, time, approachability, and extensive knowledge of instructional practices to move their students' learning forward.
You can see that full statement by Ashley Davis on behalf of the school board for Randy Fogel as they presented her with a STAR certificate on demand on our website on civiccentertv.com. That will also replay both today and in the future on WBTV. Today that will be replaying at 1 p.m. and then periodically throughout the next month up to their next school board meeting. So you can always catch on WBTV on Comcast 19 and AT&T channel 99. All those kind words for Mrs. Fogel from Doherty and Gretschko Elementary School. Diane, one of my favorite things that they do each and every month is recognize a kid or recognize a teacher or another staff member in their school district that's helping to keep this really massive effort across our communities together to educate our kids. And Randy Fogel, a great example of that, and has been doing great work in this community, in this school district for well over 20 years.
Of course, Tyler, congratulations to Randy Fogel for all her accomplishments. And Tyler, to just think about it, she's been teaching and contributing to this community for over 20 years, since 1995. This is a seriously great accomplishment, and we are all so proud of her. So congratulations to her, and I want to thank her personally for giving so much to our community and for teaching this future generation. It actually shows, Tyler. We have a great school district and great students, and we are always talking about them every single day and about their accomplishments in different fields.
Yeah, now serving as a K-5 literacy coach at Doherty and Gretschko Elementary Schools, making a big impact in those communities. And you can also see she did a presentation with other teachers and with Principal Jennifer Teal from Gretschko Elementary School about their approaches to teaching in that particular building during that presentation at the school board meeting last night. Again, on demand right now as we speak on CivicCenterTV.com. Diane, across our community, also the West Bloomfield Police Department showing their support and their recognition for some of their employees as well on Monday.
That is true, Tyler. So the West Bloomfield Police Department, they showed their support for their non-sworn staff members or non-sworn officers. They took them out to lunch from Uptown. They got lunch, from the Uptown Parthenon, and they enjoyed this lunch together, showing them appreciation for all the hard work they do, working around the clock, day to day, whether it's paperwork or whether it's dispatching officers to the scene and making sure that they properly communicate with them and help them as they run the office. So this is a great way, Tyler, to show these people who are working tirelessly. We don't see them on scene, but they are also working tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure we are safe.
Yeah, among the messages that were sent to this group, they had a couple of whiteboards that were filled with all these really nice messages, and Calvin showed a couple of those pictures for us as we were going through this story. Some of these messages include one that said, "Thanks for all that you do. This place couldn't run without you." That was from Dave Sage, who wrote that to these non-sworn staff members. And what that really means is it's not their officers or necessarily their dispatch, people that are sworn and are badged and are credentialed as police, as actual police. These are those that are working in the department, doing the office work, running the behind the scenes, making sure that the bills are paid, that the lights stay on, that all the documents are signed and are filed properly and where they're supposed to be, keeping the building organized, keeping the staffing organized, and doing everything they can to support, whether it's the administrators, the police chief, the deputy chief, the sergeants, the lieutenants, the officers themselves, or the community's communication between the officers at the department and the greater community as well. So their non-staff members play a critical role at our police department, as they do at the fire department, as they do at the township, and so many areas, and these unsung heroes being recognized as we head toward the end of the year, and thanking them for their big role in keeping our community safe as well. Heroes inside the headquarters there at the West Bloomfield Police Department. We'll take a break on the Splash Live on the other side, helping people in our community by helping our neighbors as well. A heartwarming story from Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation. And then we'll also talk later on about United We Walk, how we can celebrate diversity in our community while also recognizing the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Jennifer Graham, one of the adult co-chairs, will join us in just a little bit as well. Stay tuned. More of your local news that's close to home in Keego Harbor, West Bloomfield Township, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake coming up next on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on civiccentertv.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at civiccentertv.com and click schedule at the top of the screen.
A fresh start lets you refocus, helping you live in the moment, where you can take the lead or take a bow, basking in the glitz and the glow of winter. Because when the snow begins to fall, you feel the excitement rise. Set your sights on a winter wonderland as Fresh finds new ways forward in pure Michigan.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, keeping your local news close to home in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake Village. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day to get your local news that's close to home on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. You can always keep up to date with us, find all of our programs on demand on civiccentertv.com, and of course, you can also follow along on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15 and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. Give us a like, subscribe, follow us, keep us in your feed each and every day, and you'll always be up to date on our latest programming representing our four communities, and we'll keep you updated on things that are coming up and great stories that are happening all across West Bloomfield Township and the Tri-Cities each and every day all year long. That includes some recent efforts we told you about on this program, including Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation's Winter Wonderland Park at Rose Sorter Park just behind City Hall, where they've, of course, put up those beautiful holiday lights just a couple of weeks ago, but also we're running a donation drive for non-perishable food items under the gazebo. They would collect those donations each and every day, and then they would ultimately, at the end of the day, collect those and distribute them to Open Door Outreach Center, which helps to provide these food and other necessity items to people all throughout our local community, located right next door to them in Waterford. Here's a picture of one of the days of donations being dropped off at Open Door Outreach Center, and the organization writing in a Keego Harbor Facebook group, thanking them for their donations from the city residents' donations, supporting people in need of food this holiday season, and showing that these little events in our small towns and our four community can really go a long way and make a big impact on people, not just in our four communities, but our neighbors as well. And Dayan, this time of the year, people do ultimately become so generous or show their generosity in a number of ways. And Keego Harbor, in this case, coming up really big, and their residents showing their support for the Open Door Outreach Center, donating this food and helping people not just where the Outreach Center is located in Waterford, but all throughout our local area.
Yes, Tyler, that is true, and this is truly very heartwarming. The Open Door Outreach Center did show gratitude on their a Facebook page group, thanking Parks and Recreation for all what they have done, and it's truly heartwarming to see all this community come together, not only to just enjoy the holiday season. We know that they transformed the Rose Soder Park into a beautiful winter wonderland, but also to help communities, to help our communities, and to help people in need right here in our community and also in our neighboring communities, Tyler. So it's truly heartwarming to see this holiday season.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back out to Rose Soder Park on Thursday, and I'll be out there for our coverage of the Keego Harbor City Council meeting, and I can't wait because it gets dark there so early. You see all the lights pop up right as you're pulling in, and it looks great out there. If you haven't been out to Rose Soder Park, you should get out there and take a look at their lighting display. It's fantastic, and it's only going to be that much more satisfying knowing that there was a donation drive there that had supported so many people in our local community in partnership with Open Door Outreach Center. You can get involved in Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation by visiting them on their Facebook page at KH Parks or by contacting City Hall, KeegoHarbor.org, and they'll give you more information on how you can get involved in the Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation Committee and support the community all throughout the year with fun events, helping to bring families and individuals together in Keego Harbor and even beyond in other communities this holiday season and more. Right next door to them in the city of Sylvan Lake, they're also doing their part to bring some holiday cheer. They'll be going door to door on Thursday evening with some music, singing carols to families all across the prettiest little city in Michigan. They will be meeting at the Sylvan Lake Community Center on Thursday evening at 5:30 p.m. before they fan out to different streets all throughout the city of Sylvan Lake to sing door to door. Here's what you need to do in order to get involved. A, show up at the community center at 5:30 on Thursday evening. Dress for the weather, and hey, if you have a Santa hat, go ahead and wear that, or wear other festive holiday decor and get ready to go throughout the community and sing songs to your neighbors in the prettiest little city in Michigan. Music sheets will be provided, so you don't have to memorize the songs and know exactly what you're singing and know every single one of these different holiday songs. They'll provide that music for you, and there'll even be some celebrating for the season after the caroling has been completed. Midge Davison will be hosting an afterglow with cookies from Jennifer Morrill. And Diane, this is a great way for people to get involved in their community this holiday season, get to know some of their neighbors, spread some holiday cheer, while also having a really fun Thursday evening, as many people take that Friday before the Christmas holiday off and to really start their long weekend. What a great way to do that by bringing some smiles to people all across the community.
Of course, Tyler, we've seen some people who would like to donate, whether it's food or non-perishable items, and we've seen some other people who would like to sing and spread the holiday joy. This is also, Tyler, a form of spreading the cheer of holiday right before Christmas, and it's also a great community get-together. For just as a side note, Tyler, if you know any of your neighbors or any person in your neighborhood or in your community that needs an extra little cheer, then you can send Kathy Fallon a private message on her Facebook page and tell her that they need an extra spirit lift, and they will try to do their best to fit them into the lineup of the houses to carol at. So this is also, Tyler, very heartwarming and very sweet.
And if you're looking for more information on holiday caroling in Sylvan Lake, other fun events through Sylvan Lake Parks and Recreation that happen week in and week out during the holidays all throughout the year, like their yoga night, their game night, their chili cook-off and euchre tournament that they do a couple times a year, and all the other fun that's happening at the community center and all throughout the prettiest little city in Michigan. You can find those details on their website at sylvanlake.org. We'll keep you updated on those all throughout the year. Again, they'll be meeting at the community center for their holiday caroling 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. Be there very sharply at 5:30 p.m. because shortly after that they are going to begin their caroling as it gets dark pretty early. Right around that time it will be getting dark, so they're going to collect everyone together, get them into their groups, and send them off on their routes to sing door to door in Sylvan Lake. Again, sylvanlake.org for more information on fun and events all throughout the city. You can also on their website find the number for City Hall to find even more information. Get in contact with whoever you need to find more information on this event and others all throughout the prettiest little city in Michigan. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll continue to keep your news close to home by talking about a really fun event that's coming up that gets people involved in the community and preserving the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. One of the greatest traditions in our four communities, United We Walk, is coming up in just a few weeks. And after this break, Jennifer Graham, one of the adult co-chairs of the event and a teacher in the West Bloomfield School District, will join us to talk about the 30th United We Walk event and all the festivities happening in mid-January. Stay with us. The Splash Live will be back after this.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You alright? It just feels like it's coming from everywhere. Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, keeping Greater West Bloomfield news closer to home. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. We thank you for joining us on Civic Center TV and on 89.3 Lakes FM. In addition, we're always online in high definition on civiccentertv.com, live to tape, and on demand 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And you can also find all of our other local programming and when it's going to air every single day on a brand new programming schedule on the right side of your screen. Again, civiccentertv.com, where you'll also find links to our social media where we're broadcasting live today, YouTube at Civic Center TV and Facebook at Civic Center TV 15, where we're also joined today by the West Bloomfield School District on their Facebook page at West Bloomfield Schools as we get ready for one of the biggest events of the year that really kicks off the big event season each and every year. Coming up on Sunday, January 14th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at West Bloomfield Middle School. It is a milestone event for United We Walk, celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the greater West Bloomfield area, throughout our region, our state, our country, and around the world. Joining us to talk about the 30th celebration of the United We Walk event in the West Bloomfield School District is adult co-chair of the United We Walk Committee, Jennifer Graham. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Tyler, for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you on to talk about this because it's an important event. It's a really fan favorite event across the community every single year that brings every corner of our four communities in the greater West Bloomfield area and all the communities that are involved in the West Bloomfield School District together. So for those that aren't familiar, maybe they're new to the town or they haven't really been involved in our communities in past years, what is United We Walk and how does it bring this community together?
Well, United We Walk is a committee comprised of community members, school district staff members, and students within our school districts that actually promote celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and all that he represented in terms of unity, peace, and just celebrating diversity. So we have the pleasure, privilege, and opportunity to celebrate our 30th event this upcoming January. So we are super excited.
Yeah, and it's the 30th event of United We Walk. The first formal event was established in 1995, but this celebration has spanned the years, even through the COVID-19 pandemic, evolving over the years, expanding over the years, and every single year has a different theme. This year's theme, the 30th celebration's theme, is The King in Me. We walk in unity, equality, and community. So that's the theme for the 30th event, but how does that theme apply to what's going to be enacted in the United We Walk event this year and all the other activities that celebrate Dr. King's legacy in 2024?
Well, Tyler, we're taking that theme and focusing on how are we living Dr. King's dream each and every day. And we are using this opportunity to bring the community together to engage in several activities for the day. We are going to have an actual program which includes representation from our elementary, middle, and high school students, in addition to recognizing and celebrating all of the amazing things that promote unity within our community. After we have the short program, we are going to engage in a walk along Orchard Lake Road. We'll be on the sidewalk, and this will give the opportunity for the community to simulate the peaceful marches and walks that Dr. King himself participated in. We will then return back to the middle school where we'll engage in several community service projects. We have prepared distribution for the community to receive where we are accepting donations for various things from hygiene kit items to school supplies. And we'll have that opportunity while we are there at the event engaging in the community service projects to prepare hygiene kits, prepare school supply packages, and in addition to some arts and crafts activities we have planned for the community. So we invite everyone of all ages, entire families, tell your friends. We'd love to have you here with us to celebrate this special occasion.
We're joined by Jennifer Graham, adult co-chair for the 2024 United We Walk Committee's leadership team. And Jennifer, you mentioned earlier on that the United We Walk Committee is a partnership between both adults and kids in the West Bloomfield School District to put this event on each and every year. You have 5 students at West Bloomfield High School that are student co-chairs for this event. Talk about the student involvement in planning United We Walk each year and how that adds a different element of involvement from the school district in putting on this event that, of course, involves the entirety of the community, but also is a great learning experience for our kids and our elementary, middle, and high school level.
Absolutely. We feel that having our student co-chairs participate in actually sharing information at various meetings, including school board meetings, even going out into our elementary schools to promote the event, is a way to show leadership skills, public speaking skills, but more importantly, their vital role in continuing the dream that Dr. King actually did set forth and share with us many years ago. So it's a great opportunity for the students to realize that they have the elements of leadership, scholarship, and the opportunity to impact their environment and community at any age, not just as an adult.
We're seeing on your screen on CivicCenterTV.com some pictures and some videos from last year and from past years as well from United We Walk events. This is the 30th event in the West Bloomfield School District. They've been recognizing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the West Bloomfield School District since 1995 with a special event each and every year, or other projects that come involved each and every year, including during those COVID years where we couldn't get together and celebrate the occasion and recognize the occasion. And Jennifer, you've been involved on the leadership team for a number of years in United We Walk. How did those last few years, both with the COVID-19 pandemic preventing us from coming together and having to go to a virtual ceremony, and then coming back out of it these last couple of years and getting back together, how has that helped evolve United We Walk for this year and years into the future?
It has been very impactful for us to just actually refocus how we can still reach out to the community, engage the community, and bring the community together. When we had our virtual program a few years ago, we were still able to share the message of Dr. King in a creative platform that was very different from what we had done in years past. And people were very, very surprised and thankful for the opportunity to still continue the focus of unity within the community. That is so important to actually set that path for our students, our families, as well as anyone that does have any role within the greater West Bloomfield area. So we feel we did our very best to help continue and celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
You can find more information about how you can get involved in United We Walk, including participating on Sunday, January 14th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at West Bloomfield Middle School by visiting wbsd.org. That is the West Bloomfield School District's main website, wbsd.org. And if you scroll over the community tab in the bottom right corner of that drop-down list is United We Walk. Gives you all the information, a look back at the history of these events over the past several decades, and 30 events proper coming up this year for United We Walk. And Jennifer, as we talk about that element, it's the 30th event, not the 30th year, but the 30th event that we've celebrated United We Walk in the West Bloomfield School District. Are there any special plans for commemorating the storied history of this event in our community while also continuing to commemorate, of course, the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Absolutely. What we do want to do, we want to personally invite anyone that has ever participated in any facet of United We Walk over this 30 event history to please engage with us. We have a special keynote speaker, Dr. J. Marks, who is a phenomenal speaker to focus on the opportunity of our theme, the King in each one of us. So we actually personally want to extend a personal invitation to students, staff, families, anyone affiliated with the greater West Bloomfield community to please come out, celebrate with us as we continue to strive each day to keep Dr. King's dream alive.
We're joined by Jennifer Graham, one of the adult co-chairs for the United We Walk committee as they get ready for their 30th annual event coming up on Sunday, January 14th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at West Bloomfield Middle School. You can participate and learn more information on the Facebook page of the West Bloomfield School District at West Bloomfield Schools and on their website at wbsd.org. And also stay tuned with us here on Civic Center TV and on our website on civiccentertv.com for continued coverage of United We Walk leading up to the event, the day of the event, and well afterwards as well, to keep up with this effort all throughout the year. And Jennifer, as we wrap up, I mentioned keeping up with this effort all throughout the year. In years past, the United We Walk committee has really expanded from creating a special day to celebrate and recognize the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to recognizing that life and that legacy throughout the year with service projects and other events. How can people get involved in those throughout the year, and what other things do happen besides on the Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend that get people involved in United We Walk in the West Bloomfield School District?
We have lots of activities. We've included our participation with the Juneteenth activities that take place, in addition to having book clubs where we actually invite the community to engage in the discussion about the things that relate towards that unity, diversity, and celebrating our diversity. In addition, we actually participate in the family fun night that takes place with our school district.
Jennifer, before we let you go, as people participate in this event, they're coming from all different corners of the community in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, Sylvan Lake, neighboring communities with families participating through a school of choice, or just wanting to dedicate a day to celebrating the life and the legacy and the impact of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Whether they're participating in the walk, by observing or participating in the event or in the service projects, when people leave this 30th United We Walk, what do you hope that they take away from their participation?
Our goal is with this 30th event to actually help everyone realize that each one of us has a personal responsibility and opportunity every single day to set forth the dream of bringing everyone together, working collectively towards common goals, and celebrating who we are as individuals. So it's a great opportunity to do so.
You can celebrate with Jennifer and the team from the United We Walk Committee and the West Bloomfield School District Sunday, January 14th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at West Bloomfield Middle School on Orchard Lake Road, just in between Walnut Lake Road and Maple Road in West Bloomfield Township. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tyler.
More information can also be found on wbsd.org as well as on the Facebook page of the West Bloomfield School District at West Bloomfield Schools on Facebook.com. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll continue to keep your local news close to home in West Bloomfield Township, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and the city of Sylvan Lake. Stay with us. We'll be back after this short break.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem. Don't let your gambling cause you financial hardship. If you or someone you love is struggling with gambling, we can help. Get free confidential counseling and win your life back. Learn more at michigan.gov/problemgambling.
Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, keeping your local news close to home in West Bloomfield Township, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Keep up to date with us as well on our website on civiccentertv.com, as well as on Facebook and on YouTube. Facebook at Civic Center TV 15 and YouTube at Civic Center TV. Some big news from us at Civic Center TV. Of course, there's so many different publications you can get information on our community each and every day and all throughout your week, month, and year. We appreciate you for being with us, but another great way to do that is by reading a local magazine called West Bloomfield Today, which has articles from all throughout the community. It's a month-to-month magazine that presents articles on local programs, updates from the Township Supervisor Steve Kaplan, and other departments. And this particular article for the fourth quarter, it's a quarterly publication, my apology. This quarter, we are the featured article in this particular publication. Here it is, the cover of West Bloomfield Today, with our featured article on the front, all about downtown West Bloomfield. Now, our general manager, Dave Scott, wrote an extensive article. He did a bunch of interviews, too, with officials from the township, all about downtown West Bloomfield, or the downtown development district of the community. You can find this article on the West Bloomfield Today website, and we'll get a QR code up there for you. But you know, this is the article is in the middle of the magazine, page number 18, called "Downtown West Bloomfield Materializing Before Our Eyes." On your screen on civiccentertv.com, there is that QR code. You scan that, and it will take you to the West Bloomfield Today website, where you can read the entire magazine, find more information, and of course, you can read our articles each and every quarter in West Bloomfield Today, including this very interesting one about the downtown development district. In this article, Dave Scott talked to many different officials throughout the community, and I'll read a little blurb from this article too, where he had talked to some officials involved in making some of these decisions, such as Carmen Santorian, the Planning Commission's chairperson, saying, quote, "Experts such as local architect and West Bloomfield Planning Commission chairperson Carmen Santorian said she would enjoy a greater variety of businesses in the district, including more restaurants and that feature outdoor dining. Currently, outdoor service is provided at the Redcoat Tavern, Chipotle, and the new Aurora Italiana north of Maple. And so that's just kind of getting an opinion of what some of the people in charge of planning at our community want to see in the future. But this downtown development district already features so many businesses, and we got new ones coming in. A new Tesla dealership is on its way. Another luxury car club is on its way over there. Not necessarily a club. It's called, the name of the organization is going to have club in its name, but it's more of a dealership of sorts, or an appraiser of sorts for luxury cars that's going to go into the old Orchard Fitness location. And of course, it still has all those other restaurants in that downtown corridor, like Crispelli's Pizza and so on. And it's also where we feature some of the biggest events of the year, like the Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. And Suzanne Levine from our Chamber of Commerce was also quoted in this article saying, quote, "While some may lament the walkable downtown feel of West Bloomfield, our community has a distinctive array of small boutiques, fine dining, health, and beauty options. We also have a fabulous bookstore and a unique mall experience that rivals any downtown district," talking about Schuler Books and other businesses in that general area. Diane, really interesting article from Dave Scott from our team and in West Bloomfield Today. We highly encourage you to take a look at that, and stick with West Bloomfield Today every quarter for more articles like that on things happening in our community from our team.
Of course, Tyler. It's a fascinating article. It shows how West Bloomfield is continuing to evolve throughout the years and how attractive it is for new businesses to come. I truly, Tyler, you can see how much businesses they're coming into town and how much this will contribute to the beautification of the area, and also, Tyler, it will contribute to bringing this community better together and inviting also people from other communities to come and join us in our beautiful community and in this to enjoy all our beautiful businesses that are coming to town.
Yeah, encompasses a really big part of what is to come in West Bloomfield Township and what's already underway. Again, West Bloomfield Today is the publication. Calvin, we can put that image back up on your screen so that people can see the QR code. You scan that QR code, you'll be able to read this article in full, read the full magazine for this month, and it'll give you the website so you can keep up to date each and every quarter on the new West Bloomfield Today. Right next door to us at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, some new stuff also on its way. We've been telling you over the last several days that they are in the process of building and launching their new website, and while that new website is well underway, and when you go to wblib.org today, you'll find an even updated information, and it's going to look even different than it ever has before. They've been working on this website for a while, and here's what some of their goals were for the new library website. They want it to be mobile friendly, with greater accessibility, improved reliability, and a user-centered design. And we're already seeing that as they launch their new website, and now it is underway. Here's some of the new look of their website. Featured events right front and center, a new homepage on wblib.org. You can immediately search for anything you need to find in their catalog or on their website, and it already looks beautiful. Looks like a really modernized website with all these different tabs and all these different options that you can explore, and a new event calendar as well. Diane, just as they were promised, already very user-friendly, having taken a brief look through this morning as I looked at their website again to see if they had gone through any of these bigger updates. And a big change this morning, looking at their new website on wblib.org, already looking fantastic.
Tyler, I'm so glad that we're having this new user-friendly, whether it's on the mobile or it's on our laptop. I'm very, very glad for this new website. We can bring the library to our home, especially for people who truly hate the cold like me. We can enjoy all the library services right from our phones or from our laptops. So this is a great development from the West Bloomfield Public Township Library.
You can find more information on their website. Take a look yourself, wblib.org. westbloomfieldlib.org. You can also keep up to date with them on their Facebook page at West Bloomfield Lib. But that new website, wblib.org, has launched. Of course, they're continuing to finalize those updates all throughout the week. So some services may have some outages or some difficulties as they finalize that transition. But all throughout this week, they'll be making the final touches on that brand new website, and already a new homepage and so many other great tabs. Looking fantastic. Congratulations to the team at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. We know they've been working very hard on this for quite a long time. We'll take a short break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll tell you about a really fun event in the early parts of 2024 that will help support kids in our local school district, plus other information from throughout our 4 communities and Oakland County. We'll keep your news closer to home after this break on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show, keeping your hyper local news close to home on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft, alongside Dayan Chaaban. Dayan, it's time to mark your calendars. We got a lot of fun stuff happening in 2024. We've already told you about an event in January in the West Bloomfield School District commemorating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but another fun event coming up just a month later in February that supports kids and education all throughout the school district.
That is correct, Tyler. So it's the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation's Casino Night, and it's happening on February the 2nd in 2024 at the Glen Oaks Golf Club in Farmington Hills. Tickets are now up for sale for $45 per ticket, and that includes a silent auction, a raffle, a lot of casino games, of course, bingo, appetizers, and of course dancing, Tyler. There's going to be so much fun in that event. Adults are going to get to have fun, and kids are going to benefit, as all the proceeds are going to go to the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation to enhance our educational system right here in the West Bloomfield School District.
Yeah, February 2nd, tickets are on sale right now. It's a Friday night, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. $45 per ticket gets you into the door. You get food, you get all the access to those games. A whole lot of fun. We've been out to these in past years, covering it for the Splash Live and on Civic Center TV, and live even in the past on 89.3 Lakes FM. They have a ton of fun at these events, and it all goes to support a lot of these different educational efforts in the school district, helps to support and offset some of those funding. It also helps to support Family Fun Night during the fall, one of the best nights of the year, just before West Bloomfield football games, that brings in all those different games and activities and memorials and historical artifacts and these community organizations. And that's a big effort. It costs a lot, and those funds help to offset that and provide these excellent programs for our kids in the West Bloomfield School District. Again, WBEF.org is their website to get your tickets on sale right now. Finally, in the Oakland County, as we approach the end of the year, the Oakland County Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center urging dog owners in particular to think about their dog license renewal in 2024. Those are not due until June 2nd, but now is a good time to think about that. If you're a dog owner and you haven't had your license renewed, or you may not even know you need a dog license in Oakland County, really important time of the year for you. But both 1-year and 3-year licenses are available for for purchase online on oakgov.com. You can also get them at your local city or township clerk's office. And again, for more information, go to oakgov.com. On their page, on their website, there's a community tab. If you scroll over that, you'll see on the right side of that tab an option for the Pet Adoption Center, and under that tab, you'll see even a dog license link directly. So you can get to that website, you can get the information that you need, and get in contact with the Oakland County Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center. Diane, this is a big thing that they do every single year. They want to make sure people know they got to get their dog licenses and keep them up to date. And they have a lot of time ahead of them, but get ahead of it now and instead of later on as you're chasing it down in June.
Of course, Tyler, this is very crucial for people who don't know. Dog licenses are just to make sure that both people and dogs are safe and they're up to date on their rabies vaccination, which can hurt both animals, both our furry friends and humans as well. So this, it costs, it really is, it's not very costly, and it just ensures that your pet is registered. And just in case, God forbid, your pet is lost, then the Oakland County Animal Shelter will know this is your pet. So it's just to keep your pet safe and humans around you safe as well.
Again, oakgov.com is a place to go for even more information. Scroll over to their community tab. Under that, you'll see an option for their Oakland County Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center and a link for dog licenses. And get all the information that you need, including how to get in contact with them for other services provided by the Pet Adoption Center and the Oakland County Animal Shelter. We'll keep you up to date all throughout the week on the latest news and information in Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, Sylvan Lake, and of course, West Bloomfield. Keep your hyper-local news close to home with us on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. The Splash Live will continue very soon.